The morning sun filtered through the towering glass facade of 30 Rockefeller Plaza, casting a golden sheen over the bustling plaza where tourists snapped selfies with the Today Show's iconic window stage, oblivious to the storm brewing inside Studio 1A where Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, prepared for what was billed as a casual chat to promote his latest Invictus Games initiative and a teaser for his upcoming memoir sequel. Spare the details, his crisp white shirt and slim fit chinos a nod to his California casual vibe amid New York's relentless energy. It was a humid July morning in 2025, the kind where the air hung heavy with anticipation and the faint scent of street vendor pretzels wafting up from below, and Savannah Guthrie, the golden-haired anchor with a reputation for warm welcomes laced with journalistic steel, adjusted her microphone with a practiced smile, her blue blazer tailored to perfection, her eyes sharp as she scanned her notes, pre-approved questions on charity and family, but with a few unscripted edges scribbled in the margins. The audience, a vibrant mix of early rising fans clutching coffee cups like talismans and wide-eyed visitors from the heartland, settled into the bleachers with programs fluttering like flags of fandom, unaware that they were about to witness a collision of worlds, the polished poise of a prince in exile crashing against the unyielding scrutiny of morning TV's queen. Backstage, Harry's handler, a no-nonsense Brit named Fiona with a clipboard welded to her hand, murmured last-minute pep talks. "Keep it light, you're Harry. Savannah's a pro, but she's got that Guthrie grit, stick to the games, dodge the drama." Harry nodded, his ginger beard neatly trimmed, his blue eyes reflecting a mix of resolve and reluctance, having flown in from Montecito for this rare U.S. network spot, his mind already racing through potential pitfalls, the endless royal rift questions, the tabloid tempests that had trailed him since Spare's 2023 bombshells. The show's theme music swelled, a jaunty trumpet fanfare that masked the undercurrent of unease, as Hoda Kotb bounced on set with her infectious energy, Al Roker waving from the weather desk, and Craig Melvin flashing his megawatt grin, the co-hosts a well-oiled machine of morning mirth. Cameras rolled, the plaza crowd visible through the window like a living backdrop, and Savannah launched into the intro with her signature warmth. "We are thrilled to welcome back to the plaza Prince Harry, champion of the Invictus Games and advocate for mental health. Good morning." The applause thundered, Harry emerging from the wings with that boyish wave that still charmed despite the scars, air kissing Savannah's cheeks before sinking into the couch, his posture relaxed but alert, exchanging pleasantries with Hoda about New York's electric chaos versus California's calm. The segment flowed smoothly at first, Savannah steering with fluid grace. "Harry, the Invictus Games, back bigger than ever. Tell us, what's the one story from the athletes that keeps you up at night?" Harry's response was heartfelt, his voice a melodic baritone honed by TED Talks and podcasts, sharing a tale of a young veteran from Ukraine whose prosthetic leg hadn't stopped his sprint toward gold, the audience cooing in collective empathy, Hoda dabbing a theatrical tear. But as the clock ticked toward the ad break, Savannah's pivot sharpened, her eyes locking with that prosecutorial poise. "Inspiring stuff, but let's talk spare the details. Teasing more family tea. Fans are dying for the dish on that Frogmore eviction. Did it feel like a final farewell from the firm?" The question hung innocuous on the surface, but laced with the presumption of prying, Harry's smile freezing into a mask as the crowd leaned in, sensing the shift from softball to spike. "Savannah, it's about closure, not conflict, protecting my family from the headlines that hound us," he replied, measured but edged, but the anchor pressed on, her southern lilt turning insistent. "Closure. Some say it's cashing in, Oprah, Netflix, now this book. Is the Spare still selling out the spares?" Laughter rippled nervously from the bleachers, Al chuckling from afar, but Harry's jaw clenched, the barb striking at the core of his post-royal reinvention, his retort slicing through. "Selling out? Try speaking out, against a system that silenced my mother, that still silences voices like Meghan's. You call it cashing in, I call it courage." The studio hushed, Hoda's eyes widening, as Savannah, undeterred by her reputation for relentless rapport, doubled down. "Courage or controversy? The royals say you're the villain now, trashing the throne from your Montecito mansion. Fair play." The confrontation ignited then, Harry's voice rising with a fury long-leashed. "Villain? I've been the villain since birth, the Spare to spare no expense on scrutiny. You sit here in your ivory tower of interviews, judging from afar, try living it." Gasps echoed from the audience, phones discreetly capturing the fray, Craig signaling producers in the booth with frantic waves, the control room a whirlwind of "cut to weather." "No, roll tape." Savannah's face flushed beneath the powder, her retort a velvet whip. "Living it. You've got security details and seven-figure deals, humble pie's hard to swallow with that silver spoon." Harry's composure shattered, rising abruptly, mic unclipped with a decisive snap. This isn't journalism, it's judgment. Enjoy your echo chamber, I'm out. His exit was a deliberate storm toward the green room, the plaza crowd outside craning necks in confusion, Savannah ad-libbing a recovery. Well, folks, that's raw royalty for you, we'll unpack after the break. The applause faltered into murmurs, the co-hosts exchanging stunned glances as commercial crashed in, the theater emptying of its electric charge. Backstage, Fiona enveloped Harry in hurried hugs, his phone buzzing with Meghan's texts. Breathe, love, you owned your truth. The green room buzzed with post-mortem whispers, crew dissecting the demolition derby. In hushed tones, Savannah savaged him without blinking, as social media supernovaed, X exploding with hashtag Harry kicked off today. Clips of the brutal shutdown, racking views faster than a royal wedding recap. 69265 by midday. YouTube thumbnails thundered. Prince Harry kicked off the Today Show after heated confrontation with Savannah Guthrie. 77D19E fans factionalizing into Sussex squad sobs of sexist savaging. And Guthrie loyalists lauding, gritty grilling. Headlines hemorrhaged. TMZ's, Harry's humiliation. Guthrie delivers royal roast. While the cut critiqued, morning TV's monarchy mess, when charm clashes with critique. In Montecito, Harry paced with a tablet, his arm around Meghan as she exhaled. She called our life a mansion moan, after everything. Their PR pivoted to power. Passionate discourse on privilege, Duke departs with dignity. Savannah, retreating to her dressing room, replayed the tape, her post-show high deflating into doubt. Too much. Nah, it's news, but a gnawing guilt lingered, the prince's parting shot echoing like a polite slap. Late-night hosts looped the laceration, Fallon falsettoing Guthrie's gravitas, Colbert captioning Harry's march, from Windsor to walk off. Palace pulsed privately, Charles texting solace, Guthrie's got gumption, your grace gleams. The kick-off, raw and riveting, rent the airwaves, an anchor's ambush stripping the prince bare on morning's altar, where confrontation clashed with composure, mockery eclipsed by metal, and one man's march wailed volumes in the void of validation, leaving the plaza, and the public, viscerally vested in the venom's vortex. Morning mist clung to the Hudson's haze like unresolved regrets, Savannah Guthrie stirring in her Upper West Side airy to the crash of alerts and the chime of her alarm, her phone a Pandora's box of praise and pushback after the previous day's demolition of Prince Harry on the Today Show. The heated confrontation, now a hashtag hurricane with over 8 million impressions overnight. 109994 over green juice. She scrolled X, wincing at posts like at Royal Rift Watchers gleeful. Savannah Guthrie kicks Prince Harry off the Today Show after heated argument. 524A25 the video racking replays, her husband Michael handing her a smoothie. You eviscerated him, save, brutal, but broadcast gold. Guthrie's shrug was signature. Brutal. Baby, that's the beat, truth's the talent, not tiaras. Her team teleconference triumph. NBC spiking streams 32%. Guthrie's Royal Reckoning, segment syndicating nationwide, but whispers warned, Harry's hives mobilizing, misogyny smears incoming. By brunch, the Today Show aired an aftermath encore, Hoda waxing, Savannah's sincerity was seismic, Harry held his own till the halt out. Al jabbed jovially, Prince dodged a dawn demolition. Ratings rebounded 38%, panels probing, provocateur versus Prince, Craig siding with Harry's, heart under fire, Chanel affirming Guthrie's, unfiltered uppercut. Social spheres seethed. TikTok's timestamping the takedown to tension tracks, Reddit rants in art royal drama dubbing it, Guthrie's gilded gut punch, countered by art Sussex sanctuaries, patriarchal pummeling, protect our prince. Harry, in Montecito's misty morn, rose to Archie's antics, Meghan handing him herbal tea, you exited elegantly, her harangue hides hurt. Their huddle hashed the harpoon, whiny. A word weaponized from her 2023 spare shade. 3 F8B44 publicist plotted panache. An IG reel of Harry at an Invictus clinic, captioned, from fiery forums to frontline fortitude, outrage answers with outreach, likes lavished by Clooney and Nyong'o, trolls taunting, tardy tears, T-traitor. Evening echoed in echoes. Guthrie guesting on MSNBC, Voice Velvet, Clash. Catalyst, let's collaborate, not compete. Pledges poured to her literacy foundation, framing fame's folly for fledgling journalists. Harry mirrored with a mirror interview, humiliation. Hone it, hustle heels. Views veered viral, spare the details whisking to bestsellers naughty but nice niche, irony's infusion. Transatlantic tremors. Charles calling comfort, Guthrie's siren song. Sour, your symphony soars. Williams WhatsApp rye, today's venom. Vintage vendetta, media mauled. Varieties, Guthrie Harry. Shockwaves from the sofa, YouTube yields, untold uproar, clickbait from at celeb clashking.fw late night lampooned lavishly, Kimmel's koala clash skit with Guthrie as Slayer, Harry as Maven. X's extremes escalated. Hashtag stand with Savannah avatars avenging, spoiled spare, hashtag Harry's honor manifesting missives. By dusk, olive branches budded, Guthrie's NBC sidekick texting Harry's, plaza piece. Archwell ad read, Harry mulled over Merlot, from humiliate to harmonize. The Today Show's Hoda whispered webinar wishes, but heat honed holdouts. In hush, Guthrie soliloquized, words war, wit wins. Harry meditated, takedown, tune up, cinders smoldered to synergy seeds, tabloids trading tropes for tariffs, lore lingering as legends lesson, lacerations light paths to profounder purpose. As dusk dusted the dunes, two titans tallied triumphs in the tempest's tale, the heated exchange a hinge to horizons humming with healing, where humiliation honed heroes, and Live TV's lash birthed legacies laced with levity. September's equinox edged in, with amber light over New York's avenues, the July scorch of Savannah Guthrie's Today vivisection of Prince Harry mellowing into media mulch, nurturing narratives on, nuanced notoriety, that burgeoned in broadcasts and bylines, the, kicked off, headline now historicized as, Guthrie's graceful gut check, in op-eds and Oscar-adjacent docs. 5796 Fa Harry, Montecito's muse, morphed the maelstrom into manifesto, his Archwell agora, echoes of exchange, echoing Guthrie's sting with empathy engagements, critique crafts comebacks, attendees awestruck, his address ardent, kicked off. Kicked open, doors to deeper drafts. Netflix nodded, narratives and nobility, Harry narrating nomad narratives, streams surging as subscribers savored the sincerity surge. Guthrie, amid NBC Sanctum scripting specials, wove the wrangle into wireless wisdom, call-outs catalyze, camaraderie completes, her hubs hosting hybrid how-tos with Harry motifs, a nod of nascent accord. Social symphonies swelled. X's hashtag Guthrie Harry gala mixing monologues to motivational mixes, while whisperers whined in warrens, at Royal Riftwatchers digs dimmed by duo defenders, dynamic demolition to dynamic dialogue. B52468 The Today Show vindicated, September specials, showdown to showbiz, Hoda whooping, Savannah and Harry. Monsoon to masterpiece, Al's axioms acute, Craig's synopses sharp. October's ochre olive fruited. NBC Archwell alliance in Atlanta, Guthrie and Harry merging mid-morning mist, hands hauling hampers, words wounded, works weld, Guthrie avowed, Harry mirroring, scars sink, not sever. Snappers snap serenity, splash pages saluting, Today venom to valor voyage. Meghan's hearth hosted harmony huddles, Invictus inviting Guthrie as guide, her, wounds wield wonders, words warming warriors. Palace passages parted. Charles's cyber soiree, causes and crowns, William's warm, brotherly brawl bridged. December's docu-drop, Beyond the Barbs, binge to bravos, their tandem testimonial, Payne's private till purposeful, Emmy-esque. Social side synergy, fan fables forging, Guthrie Harry Honor Hall, detractors dimmed by dawn dialogues. January's jamboree jointed journeys. Davos duo, dismantle to devise, applause avalanches Guthrie acclaimed, Harry's heart molds movements, Harry mused, Savannah's scrutiny awakens. Spring sprout spin-offs, hearths and headlines, Harry's mindfulness meshed with Guthrie's spotlights, episodes evoking equity. Palace pride proclaimed. Paschal Palace, Guthrie, avuncular ally, pups prancing playfully. Summer's surge surf Sabbaths, swells soothing sores, snickers silenced. Whispers wove wonders. Webinars, wrangle wisdom, fans festing, Today tempest tunes. By September's sphere, 14 moons post-maelstrom, they graced glamour, heated. Harvest, havoc to harmony. Harry's moonlit missive, kicked off. Kindled, Guthrie's soliloquy, takedown, takeoff. Tapestry touted tenacity. Icons interlinked, legacies luminous. Memes matured to markers, X extolling, kicked honed devotion. Meghan's home hummed hybrids, heirs hearing, heroine harmonies. Palace purrs, Camilla's, Guthrie's grit. Gilded as gold, end, encore eternal. Confrontation footnotes fabulous, Today's vista vouching vexation's victory, live laceration lighting legacies long. Winter's weave wound through Rockefeller's rink, hoarfrost hugging the plaza as 2026's Genesis gilded the glow of Savannah Guthrie and Prince Harry's mended melee, the July 2025 Today volley a vaulted vignette in volumes of Vogue and Valor, publishers peddling prequels and patrons pledging profusely. Harry's, Beyond Barbs, biopic bid Golden Globes, his gala gratitude, to Savannah, harpoons honed heroism. Guthrie's NBC ascent, a news doc symphony, starred Harry as scribe, Duke's diction deft, scars sculpt. Sovereignty. Sundance's surge saluted synergy, soirees swirling, feud to film. Frolics, exploding hashtag Guthrie Harry jubilant, cynics conceding, sincere. Stunning. 08D 793 Archwell NBC Junction, Grace Global, gallivanted to Gaza, Harry's hampers mobilizing medics, Guthrie's soliloquies animating aides. The Today Show's Vista vaulted, verdict to victory, Hoda wailing wins, kick off. Harmonized divine, Al's axioms jauntily jumped, Craig's synopses sharp. Meghan's holly hummed with honorary hosts, Thanksgivings too, tempests tamed, Archie adoring Guthrie arcs, Lilibet lilting, anti-anchor. December's diptych dropped, Grace's gleaned, co-chronicles chronicling, Today's viper to virtue, signing swamped by sages schooled in, slash to sparkle. Volumes vaulted, vignettes venerated, Guthrie's, anchor's edge, Harry's, Duke's dispatch. Yulet's yielded yields, Yuletide yarns yoked, Yorkies yipping yays. New Year's nudge narratives novel, Palace pacts proffered, William's whimsy, clan conjoined, ribbons redolent of rapprochement. January's jubilee jammed jaunts, jogs joining joints, journals jotting, confrontation. Opulent, exhaled ecstasy, factions fusing to toxic. Transcendent hashtag Guthrie Harry miracle. F540A5 February's Fire Fan Fellowship, Academy accolades for Alliance artifacts, airs airy, clash carved our canon. Spring Splendor Spawn series, havens and headlines, Harry's meditations mingled with Guthrie's monologues, installments inspiring inclusion. Palace panoply, Pentecost picnic, Guthrie, avowed ally, spaniels scampering spiritedly. Summer's swell surf sojourns with siblings, surges singing, scars salved. Invictus's international inductees inked Guthrie, her, spirits scarred, souls soaring, sermon saluting Sussex sinew. Autumn's annals amassed awards. Annals annotated, spare sparks, Today's valor, voicing, verity vanquishes vainglory. Guthrie's awards accoladed, avowed, to H, Maelstrom's muse. Whispers worldwide. Workshops, wrangle wizardry, fans fading, Today valor vigils. By winter's whirl, 19 moons post-pandemonium, they helmed Harvard, dismay's dividend, divides dissolved. Meghan's haven harvested halls, heirs hymning, Titan tales. Palace proclamation. Charles's, gelignite grace gleams. Lore layered lavish. Luminaries leaping lacerations to legend, hugs holstered, hearts hoisted. Memes mellowed monuments, exode ing, kicked honed divinity. Harry's mantra, humiliated, hallowed. Guthrie's soliloquy, takedown, transcendence. Script sprawled splendorous, stanzas of synergy scribed in sororal script. New York's nimbus nodded, Today's vortex vouching vexation's voyage to verdant vistas, live laceration's legacy luminous long.